So Jesus finally got the nerves to talk against the Pharisees and the scribes. And he said, they sit on Moses' seat. So observe what they say, but not what they do. For their works, they preach but do not practice. So he said that they tie heavy burdens, hard to bear, and lay them on people's shoulders, but they themselves are not willing to move them with their fingers. Like he was explaining how the Pharisees were setting rules, but these rules they themselves cannot follow. How do they expect other people to follow? And they themselves do not follow the rules and do not also do what they preach. So he said, do what they say but not what they do, because what they do are just wicked deeds. They do all their deeds to be seen by others, for they make the paris the phylacteries broad and their fringes long, and they love the place of honor and feast and sit and the best seats in the synagogues, and greetings in marketplace and being called Rabbi. But you are not to be called Rabbi. Why? For you have one teacher and you are all brothers. So Jesus is telling us that no one is our Rabbi. We are all brothers and sisters. And call no man your father on earth, for you have only one Father who is in heaven. Neither be called instructors, for you have one instructor who is Christ. So we have only our Father who is in heaven, our only Father, and we have our only instructor who is Jesus Christ. Okay, the greatest amongst you is your servant. Whoever exalts himself will be humbled, but whoever humbles himself will be exhausted. But woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites, for you shut the kingdom of heaven in the people's faces. For you neither enter yourselves nor allow those who would enter to go in. Like they make it difficult for people to go to heaven because of their teachings, because they tie heavy burdens that are hard to bear and lay them upon people so that they follow, but they are hard to bear. So they distract people from going to heaven. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisee hypocrites, for you devour windows, houses, and for the pretense you make long prayers, therefore you will receive the greatest condemnation. Woe to you, scribes, Pharisees, hypocrites! For you travel across the sea and the land, make a single proselyte, and when he becomes a proselyte, you make him twice as much as a child of hell as yourselves. Like they are being called children of hell. This is serious. And then the people they preach to, they make them their children, and their children meaning they are the children of hell. He's calling them the children of hell. Or to you, blind guiders, you who say, if anyone swears by the temple, is it is nothing, but if anyone swears by the gold on the temple, he is bound by his oath. Like they are valuing the gold that has built the temple more than the temple itself. But Jesus is like, you are fools. For which is greater, the gold or the temple that has made the gold sacred? Like he's saying gold is just perishable, but the temple is sacred, which is making the gold in the temple sacred. And also you say, if anyone swears by the altar, it is nothing. But if anyone swears by the gift that the altar, he is bound to his oath. He is calling them fool, you blind men. For which is greater, the gift of the or the altar that makes the gift sacred? Like they are swearing, if you swear by the gift, at your oath is sacred. But if you swear by the altar, your oath is not sacred. But which makes the gift sacred? It's the temple. Otherwise, the gift is just a mere gift. So whoever swears by the altar swears by it and by everything on it. And whoever swears by the temple swears by it and by whom who dwells in it. And whoever swears by heaven swears by the throne of God and by him who sits upon it. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you tithe mint and dill and cumin, and you have neglected the weightier matter of the law, justice, mercy, and faithfulness. This ought to have done without neglecting others. That is justice, mercy, and faithfulness. They did not practice those things. You blind guiders, straining out a gnat and swallowing a camel. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you clean the outside of a cup and a plate, but the inside are full of greed and self indulgence. Oh my God. You blind Pharisees, first clean the inside of the cup and plate, than that the outside also may be clean. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you are like whitewashed tombs, which outwardly appear beautiful, but within are full of dead people's bones and uncleanliness. So outwardly you appear righteous to others, but within you are full of hypocrisy and lawlessness. Oh my God, Jesus was really furious with these Pharisees and the scribes. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you build the tombs of the prophets and decorate the monuments of the righteous, saying, if we had lived in the days of our fathers, we would not have taken part with the shedding of the blood of the prophets. Thus, you witness against yourself that you are the sons of those who murdered the prophets. Fill up then and measure of Fill up then the measures of your fathers, you serpents. Oh my God, you blood of vipers, how are you to escape being sentenced to hell? Oh, Jesus. Therefore, I send you prophets and wise men and scribes, some of whom you will kill and crucify, and some you will flog in your synagogue and persecute from town to town, so that on you may come all righteous blood shed on earth, for the blood of righteous Abel, to the blood of Zechariah the son of Barachiah, whom you murdered between the sanctuary and the altar. Truly I say to you, all these things will come upon this generation. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the city that kills prophets and stones them who are sent to it. How often would I have gathered like your children together as a hen gathers her brood under her wings, and you are not willing. See, your house is left to you desolate. For I tell you, you will not see me again until you say, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Where these people of Jerusalem, the people of the Pharisees, the scribes, they really pissed off Jesus, and he was really angry with them. Like, they were murdering prophets, their father murdered prophets, and they were saying, oh, if we were there, we would not have killed them. So they are declaring they are the sons of the murderers. And he's saying that all generation of pure blood that was shed on earth will have been shed by them. He has cast them to hell, and oh my God, you've heard all that.